So this is a video that has been highly requested by all of you. I personally did not decide to do this video earlier because I am part of the closed beta testers, which simply means that I have access to the app at the point, and actually I still have access to the app right now. And I was thinking of maybe doing this particular video at the end when this program would be released, or maybe when it's out in the public and everyone can see the UI. And all I can say is the Cascadeur or the Cascadeur or the Cascadeur, I don't know how it's pronounced, because presently, even with the entire feedback I'm getting from them, no one has actually pronounced this app. Is an amazing app which I would guarantee you would change the way you animate. This tool is coming from the guys that you probably have played their game before. You might have known them from one point or the other. These guys are actually the guys that created the Vector, the Shadow Fight, and also Vector 2 and so on. And if you've played these games before, you would see how fluid the entire animation is, and this is what they're bringing out to the public, and this is actually what they're promising, that come from probably next year there, or maybe mid this year, we would be having this app for use. Presently, using this beta, I can tell you that every single thing which you've seen in the teaser is true, because there is just a lot of things that you can get out of this. And if you check out the blog, you will find out that these guys actually come from a background of animators, like long time. So if you've used Euphoria before, or maybe you've used the endorphin, which is more like the physics system that is used in Weta Digital and also by the guys at Rockstar. So just in case you've played Grand Theft before, you can see how the physics respond. Yeah, these apps are the apps that have been used. So the guys or the artists working behind this, they are artists that have used these tools before, and it is amazing how the physics works. If you don't know about these tools which I've talked about, I'm going to put a link where you can find it and just read it up, or maybe download it and try it. And other things that you need to know about this is the app itself. Just using the app, I'm actually tempted to show you guys this app right now. Honestly, I am tempted because I'm looking at the interface and it is looking really simple, straightforward. Every single thing about the documentation for me right now looks cleared out, and there is just a lot of things that you can find from here. It has the geometrics, it has the ghosting, you can copy, it has filters, it has center of mass. Every single thing has to deal with physics, and you don't need to bother about something. Some things are just calculated by themselves by default. These are things that you naturally would like maybe any 3D application that does animation to do. And if you're bothering about, say, graph editor or something, you don't have a problem with that, because if you're coming from Maya, or maybe you're coming from 3D Studio Max, or if you've tried Akesu before, I'm actually making a video about that. I'm still about to finish the compilation of that one. I would also share that probably within the week. You would find out that every single thing you're doing is in the viewport. So every single thing you're doing, it's in the viewport. It makes use of ghosting, which shows you where your previous frames are, and you can actually access those frames, copy the poses from there, or maybe just get a filter from there and use it for something totally different. And if you've also wondered if you can play with this thing on the viewport, every single thing happens in the viewport, so it's limiting the time of having a multi-screen where you have to go ahead and tweak things up and down. It is totally real time, and it is having physics on its own. So this is something that I really think will change the way the entire thing works. It's going to definitely change the way you animate. And one thing I can say for sure is, if you're into fights, or maybe you're into characters jumping, landing, doing all of those fun stuff, you would have a huge time playing with this tool. For now, this tool is only available for Windows and Linux. It's not yet available for Mac, not until this time when we're still doing the closed beta. It is just available for Windows and Linux. So they have plans, okay, they have plans that it's going to be available for the guys using Mac later in the future. For now, this is all I can say about it. And once you're done with this, you can go ahead and export it to your game engine, or maybe to your DCC app as FBX. The UI simply makes use of the standard or the industry standard form of navigation, which is the alt. The keyframes are something totally, maybe not totally new, but looks very refreshing to actually look at. It basically works with IK. The UI is simple. I don't know what to say about this. It is just so simple that all you need to do is once you get right in here, you can just go ahead and start animating. It just breaks off the whole hassle. And does this replace Motion Builder? Definitely no, it doesn't. Does this replace your current app that you use for modeling, texturing, rendering, and animating? It doesn't. This is just a tool that would get you creating physics driven animation faster, and it is something that I really think you need to maybe get your hands into once this app is out. You can go ahead and try it once it's out, and I would like to know what your comments are about this. For now, the only complaint that I have is that the UI is just white, and according to them, they said they're going to work on creating maybe a dark theme or maybe a gray one, and you know, they're still developing more and more physics tools. I mean, the physics tools that exist here are already enough for some reasons, but you know, they're still going ahead to create more and more physics tools. These are things that I think would make more sense if they actually work. I would actually prefer to just have the ones that work and not have multiple ones. And if you're wondering when I'm going to do a much more detailed review, that would be exactly when the app is out. Once the app is made public, of course, I would go ahead and make a detailed review about the entire thing. But for now, it is great, it is nice, and I can't wait for them to make it available. Are you hyped to get this app? Are you ready to, you know, start playing with this? Would you want it to be released anytime sooner? Tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And if you like this video, simply give it a like, and don't forget to share with your friends. And if you're new here, it would be awesome if you can hit that subscribe button and also turn on notification. And until I come your way again with a news update, review, tutorial, tips and tricks, things like this, peace.